Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hearthstone Legendary Series here at ESL. Of course, once again, I'm Osmokiti, joined by Hyped, and we do have some sad news. Unfortunately, we were not able to get gcttirth connected, and due to giving him a sufficient amount of time, he will have to forfeit. So it's always sad to see things end like this. I know we've seen these guys fight it out over the last 2 days. We've seen some great matches from them, but rules are rules, and Lifecoach will be taking the victory for week number 1 here at the Legendary Series. He'll be guaranteed that $1,500 as well as that trip to the $25,000 LAN final, which will be happening in June. And of course, every single player that participated, gcttirth included in the Legendary Series match days, will be put into a pool at the end of the season, and we'll play in a giant like Swiss round robin tournament. The Wildcard Cup for the last remaining spots at the LAN. So gcttirth will have another chance to make it back. So don't count him out yet. If he made it this far, he can make it back. Hopefully he gets those connection issues sorted out. We actually do have a winner's interview with Lifecoach, I believe, ready in just a second. So Lifecoach, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, first off, congratulations. I know didn't end the best, but you played a lot of fantastic matches over the last couple of days. It was a pretty grueling couple of days for you, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And as far as your deck choices go, first off, what went into your deck choices for this tournament? Because you had the Druid, you had the Warlock, and your third deck, which was Paladin. A lot of players went actually with that same deck lineup. Can you give us a little thoughts on why you went with those decks?
Okay, so usually, I mean, for the people who know me, I like my very strongest decks, or the decks I use the most, are usually Warlock, Mage, Paladin, and Druid. So actually the question, I mean, I would add Rogue if it's mandatory, but otherwise not quite. So the only question was like which one, like which 3 should I bring? And actually I knew that Strifecro will participate in the tournament, and Koroneko will participate in the tournament, and Azuzu too. So actually usually you only use different deck choices and different tech choices if you actually know whom you are playing. Yeah, but the other way is also true. So what it means is that people won't expect that you actually counter them with tech choices, because they know that you don't know that you will play them. So actually they won't fear that you actually counter them, so they will actually stick to the standard behavior, to the standard pattern. So actually what happened is that Azuzu and Strifecro was 80–90% plus sure that they will bring Handlock, actually Demon Lock, but for sure Handlock, which means Mage actually gets way weaker, but Paladin gets way stronger, and Druid of course too. So that meant for me, and from Koroneko, I mean, that was not quite true, but I expected him also to bring Handlock. So I actually built the deck choices purely on Handlock hate, whereas I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, if half of your opponents you expect bringing Handlock, actually the lineup was built that Handlock cannot win. Double BGH in every deck, Paladin, Druid, Handlock, even in Handlock double BGH and Druid double BGH, Paladin spiked with 1 BGH. Basically that, yeah, and this is actually also what happened against Strifecro, right? So he actually won with his other decks, which was not that surprising, because as I said, like the decks were actually built to hate Handlock, but then the Handlock couldn't take any wins, and that's yeah, that was also the game plan, the idea behind it.
I just had a quick question about the Nourish specifically. What are you thinking about when you put Nourish in your Druid deck?
Okay, Nourish is basically, for me, it's like kind of a sprint, yeah? So it's, I will actually never use it for acceleration after turn 5. Turn 5, it's questionable. Before turn 4 or 5, of course, it always accelerates. So, which means once you pass turn 5, it's a sprint. And before you can simply do really nasty stuff with it. I mean, of course, like innovate into Nourish, and you have like suddenly a 70% to win the game probably. You increase your chances a lot if you Nourish early.
Oh, definitely. Also had another question. You've had an insane run in 2015. Is there anything specific you attribute that to? Was it New Year's resolution just to own at Hearthstone this year?
Oh, Oh yeah, actually I focused a lot on Hearthstone this year, and I decided to actually put all my focus on it, which means I'm really working hard on my game on a basically everyday basis, and I really think that this improved my game a lot, like thinking about it, really being dedicated to it, and putting priorities basically onto the Hearthstone skill.
Okay, cool. And there's also that big sort of semi-rivalry between you and StrifeCrow. I don't know if you feel it, but you guys are both like ranked like 1 and 2 on the Gosu Gamers #1 Hearthstone players in the world, and you beating him directly today probably lets you pass him. Is that something that you pay attention to?
No.
Okay, good. That's probably the attitude to have. So is there any shout-outs that you want to give to any of your fans or anything?
No, also not. Perhaps shout out to my wife. She really supports me, especially like in this 2015. Like we talked about it, and so we talked about it. Also, my wife and me, and I actually told her that I have to do it full beast mode or just don't do it at all. And so we basically decided together that we will go for it, and she's really supporting me and not like complaining that I do have less time for her and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that, the support.
All right, well that's a good catch to give that shout out to your wife. Well, congratulations, and I guess we'll be seeing you in a couple of months at those LAN finals.
Hopefully.
Okay, alrighty, thank you very much.
Oh, in this finals, yeah, in the ESL finals, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. All right, congratulations, see you, man.
Okay, thank you very much. And also really nice casting, by the way. So this is another shout out. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Really nice casting. Like I think you have done like an awesome job, like commenting, but not being too intrigued. Like don't inferring place, but rather like commenting and trying to get the place and the way of thinking near to the viewers. I really think you have done like an awesome job. I usually jump in after the games and stuff like that, and really good commentary, really nice to listen to. Really.
Well, thank you.
I am absolutely flattered. We are very flattered. Thank you very much for the kind words. It's always a pleasure to cast your games because you do some pretty next level stuff. So thank you very much, Lifecoach.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. See ya. Bye. Wow, I was a little taken aback by his kind words about us. Yeah, it's we work hard here. But again, congratulations to Lifecoach. Of course, $1,500 will go to him, and we will be seeing him at those $25,000 LAN finals coming at the beginning of June. And there you go on your screen. You can see the final bracket for today. George, why don't you go over a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, we came in quick with Koroneko and Zuzu instantly seeded in this bracket, but it didn't work out for them. Koroneko lost to gcttirth, gcttirth picking up that Priest versus Rogue win, and then in the bottom bracket, Lifecoach beating StrifeCrow to get into the bracket, and then beating a Zuzu.
Yeah, and Lifecoach, of course, taking that victory. But, of course, none of the Legendary Series would be possible without our wonderful sponsors. You've seen their fantastic commercials over the course of the weekend. Plantronics and Gigabyte have joined us for Season 2 to contribute prizes, contribute the money to help us do what we do here. If you want to support them, support esports, support the Legendary Series, check out those links below. And of course, like I said, wouldn't be possible without them. Also, you can check us out on Twitter with the hashtag HLS, or the Hearthstone Legendary Series, or at ESL Hearthstone, or you can check out Hyped
at Tempo Hyped.
At Tempo Hyped, and myself at AsimoQD. So that's going to do it for us here at the Legendary Series. We will return in 2 weeks with the Legendary Series week number 2. You can check out the Challenger Cup if you want to participate. We will have a new website up and running pretty soon, but if you Google the Hearthstone Legendary Series, you can find out how to participate in that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the players for participating. Congratulations to Lifecoach, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.